Welcome to today's discussion on parenting, a topic that has sparked a lot of debate in recent years. Today, we're diving into the concept of permissive parenting, a style where boundaries are minimal and discipline and consequences are often absent. This approach, which has gained popularity in some affluent circles, emphasizes children's autonomy and self-expression. But could it be doing more harm than good? Let's explore. Permissive parenting is characterized by a focus on children's autonomy and self-expression, often driven by the misguided notion that children should never be triggered or experience any negative feelings. While the intention is to foster a nurturing environment, this approach can lead to a failure to set necessary limits, ultimately depriving children of the structure and frustration tolerance that they need to thrive. In these communities, the desire to foster creativity and self-discovery in children is strong. However, when this is taken to an extreme, children may be granted almost unlimited freedom to make decisions they may not yet be mature enough to fully understand. A friend shared a striking example of this trend. This is what they shared. I know someone who practices their own version of attachment parenting and vowed never to say no to their children. When their family visited, it was overwhelming. Eventually, I had to ask them to leave. Their 5-year-old took raw eggs out of the refrigerator, dropped them on the floor, and defiantly said, "You can't make me stop." This situation highlights the challenges that arise when children are not given boundaries. Without limits, children can become defiant and difficult to manage, leaving parents feeling powerless. My friend continued, "During that visit, the same 5-year-old took an apple from the fruit bowl, took one bite, put it on the counter, grabbed another apple, took one bite, and was reaching for a third apple when I stopped her. I told her she could have as many apples as she wanted, but she needed to finish one before taking another. She replied that she didn't have to and could do whatever she wanted. Her mother was standing right there and said nothing. I simply took the fruit bowl away." Another contributing factor is the shift toward gentle or positive parenting, which some interpret as avoiding any form of negativity, including setting firm rules or saying no. In some cases, this approach is taken to an extreme, where the desire to be a child's friend or to avoid conflict can lead to a lack of clear guidance. Often, permissive parents may unconsciously avoid their own feelings of anger or frustration toward the child by overcompensating with leniency and seeking to pacify the child through the absence of limits. This is not a healthy way to manage these feelings, as it ultimately deprives the child of the structure they need to thrive. However, the implementation of consequences is a crucial aspect of healthy parenting. Consequences, when delivered calmly and without anger, are not punitive. They are essential tools for teaching responsibility and helping children understand the impact of their actions. It's important that parents ensure the child knows the consequences in place to support their growth and well-being, not as a punishment. For example, a parent might say, "I can see you need more structure, so how about no screen time for the rest of the day so you can focus more on finishing your school work." This approach helps the child understand that the parent is looking out for their best interests. It is best to not implement consequences when the parent is feeling angry, as this can too easily take on a punitive flavor, which is never helpful. Additionally, there is a growing influence of social media and modern parenting philosophies that prioritize being seen as progressive and aligned with contemporary values. While these ideals aim to foster a more open and understanding relationship between parents and children, they can sometimes result in environments where children are given more control than is developmentally appropriate. This version of permissive parenting, although typically rooted in good intentions, often creates challenges for both children and parents. And without clear boundaries, children may struggle with self-regulation, respect for others, and understanding the importance of limits. Parents, in turn, can find themselves overwhelmed by their child's behavior, uncertain of how to regain control without compromising their values. In contrast, authoritative parenting strikes a crucial balance between nurturing warmth and firm boundaries. At the very end of this video, I will discuss some of the evidence that supports authoritative parenting being the best form of parenting. Authoritative parenting is a style that encourages children to explore their autonomy and express themselves within the safe confines of clear expectations and consistent discipline. Authoritative parents understand that while love and support are fundamental, so too is the need for structure and guidance. This approach fosters resilience, respect, and responsibility in children, equipping them with the tools they need to navigate the complexities of life. The importance of healthy authority. Abandoning parental authority is a grave mistake. Authority, when exercised with empathy and consistency, provides children with a deep sense of security and helps them internalize values that will guide them throughout their lives. It's essential for parents to recognize that authority does not equate to authoritarianism. There is a profound difference between healthy authority and the abuse of power. Healthy parental authority is about setting firm boundaries, but done with love, offering guidance with respect. It's about supporting whatever the child feels while curbing and setting limits on how the child deals with their feelings. When this spirit is adhered to, it is absolutely appropriate to enforce consequences such as timeouts and the removal of screen time for children aged 4 and older. The key is to avoid doing this in a punitive spirit. By embracing this balanced approach, we empower our children to grow into confident, capable, and compassionate adults. In contrast, children who are allowed to run the show often struggle with self-regulation and lack respect for other people, not just authority, leading to difficulties in school, work, and social relationships. Without learning the importance of boundaries, they may become entitled and unable to cope with challenges or accept responsibility for their actions. As adults, they may find it hard to form healthy relationships, as their inability to consider others' needs and perspectives can lead to conflict and isolation. Ultimately, these children may face significant challenges in achieving personal and professional success, as they lack the discipline and resilience needed to navigate the complexities of life. Thank you for watching. If you found this video insightful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with other parents, and subscribe for more content on all things parenting and personal growth. As promised, here is the bit about the evidence. One of the most comprehensive and influential studies that supports the benefits of authoritative parenting is the research conducted by developmental psychologist Diana Baumrind, who first introduced the concept of authoritative parenting in the 1960s. Her work was later expanded and reinforced by numerous studies, including the extensive research by Eleanor Maccoby and John Martin in the 1980s. However, a more recent and large-scale study that has significantly contributed to the understanding of parenting styles is the National Longitudinal Study of Adolescent to Adult Health, AdHealth. This study is one of the largest and most comprehensive studies on the health and behavior of adolescents in the United States, tracking participants from adolescence into adulthood. Key findings from studies that use AdHealth data include better academic outcomes. Children of authoritative parents generally perform better academically compared to those with permissive or authoritarian parents. Higher levels of psychological well-being. Adolescents raised by authoritative parents tend to have higher self-esteem, better mental health, and are less likely to engage in risky behaviors. Social competence. Authoritative parenting is associated with greater social competence and better peer relationships in children and adolescents. You can find detailed analyses and findings from the AdHealth study in numerous peer-reviewed journals and publications, such as Parenting Styles and Adolescence Achievement Strategies, published in Journal of Adolescence, Authoritative Parenting and Adolescent Adjustment Across Varying Ecological Niches, published in Journal of Research on Adolescence. Okay, that really wraps it up. Thanks again for watching.